The boy is back.
Thanks for having me back.
Yep.
We missed you.
How was your hiatus?
It was pretty good. We'll get into all that. I was at Waste Management. The Waste Management Phoenix Open, as they call it now.
You know what's funny? That's what Andrew and I said. It's like having you around. Waste management.
Yeah.
Ayo.
All right.
Yeah. It's like what your agent says when he has a phone call with you.
Nice.
I got to do waste management.
All right.
Yep.
These are jokes that have never been made.
Nope.
This is good.
Yeah.
These
it's
are
pretty
new.
good.
These are new. A couple things to get to first, mainly because if you're watching this on camera, I'm fully blocked by artwork.
Yeah.
What is Rich Man Sport, Andrew?
Rich Man Sport is a wonderful partner of ours.
Yep.
That involved in it is my very own brother, Garrett Stanley.
Pew, pew,
Gare
pew.
Bear.
Nepo baby.
Yeah, and he and one of his friends / coworkers both love golf and are both great at marketing and art and stuff. And they created Rich Man Sport, and they gave us some art to put in our studio.
That rules.
Check it out. This is a visual thing, so stop listening and go to YouTube. Even if you're in the car driving to a pole, you're gonna want to see these.
Or Google Rich Man Sport. But these are made specifically for St. Andre. It's
Pretty.
our colors.
Okay, describe. It says golf, GOLF, with fun St. Andre colors, which is green and white, kind of like a racing stripe vibe, but with our flair on it.
Flag.
Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checkered flag.
That's one of three. Don't worry, buckle up. There's more.
Yeah, it's pretty
if you
good.
thought this one was good, but maybe not enough, no big deal.
There's more. Oh, yeah.
I'll take it.
I also just want to make a disclaimer that you don't have to be a rich man to like Rich Man. They're just saying rich in character, rich in integrity, rich in love.
And in art.
And in art.
design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love that name. It took me a while to kind of get it.
At
'Cause
first
you're
I was
poor?
like, neither of their names is Richmond.
Yeah. It's just people kind of derogatory term towards golf. A
was
lot of
like-
people. It's just a rich man sport.
It's not, yeah.
Truly. That's what it means, Hannah. You're laughing at me.
Yeah, like it's so derogatory. Someone called me a rich man, and I hate that.
No, you know what I mean.
I hate
you
that
know what
about
I
it.
mean.
Don't.
Kind of the opposite of the whole grow the game thing, or like golf's for everybody.
No, totally. Rich men are always the minority
rich
now.
men do be golfing.
They do be
But
golfing, and it's hard for them.
It is
hard to
hard.
be a rich man today.
It's hard when people call it a rich man sport,
Sorry.
and they're up in their crow's nest, being like, "Oh,
It's like,
Yeah.
don't assign a dollar value to my worth as a person, you know?
yeah." It's
Like,
actually
I already do
really
that
cheap for a
myself.
country club in town. So
Okay.
Okay, show the next one. This is too long. Just kidding.
Whoa.
Daydreaming. Look at that beautiful course. You've been there.
That's Pebble Beach.
That is.
Yeah, I know golf. Also good. Guess Hannah.
Which one of those bunkers did you hit it in?
Actually, part of this one, it was a green regulation. Good lag putt, and we'll tap in par.
Well, a lot of wind at your back.
It was 110 yards.
It
Very
says
short hole.
daydreaming.
It's an aerial shot of the seventh of Pebble. It's really cool. It's hard to tell what it is at first. And you're like, oh, shoot, that's Pebble
Yeah,
from above.
my brother actually took that photo while he was skydiving. It's pretty cool.
No.
Give it to Andrew.
All right, last one.
Last one. The richest one.
More golf.
Golf.
Golf period.
Yeah, except the last golf has their little green and white checker print
Yeah.
and our little
Fun.
logo.
That's so fun.
It looks so
cute.
good.
I would say that they've done an excellent job.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
And the frames are nice.
The frames are great. It's richmansport.com, I believe.
I hope so.
There's a ton of great golf prints. A lot of golf art, real bad.
Yeah.
But not this one.
No.
It's also nice and straightforward. You know exactly what you're getting, and that's golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Amen.
And us. So thank you to Rich Man Sport.
Thank you to
gonna be on
Richmond
the, it's gonna be on the
Sports.
wall in the studio next
Yeah.
episode.
Y'all check them out.
Very
check
cool.
them out. Order some stuff. You can put it in your own studios.
Yeah.
Or other spaces. Offices, man caves, woman caves.
Whoa, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Is there a woman version of Man Cave?
Yeah, it's called a nest.
It's a nest.
Women
in the area.
nest.
Oh,
It's like a
just Nest?
Yeah. We go
Like
out and we
lady
collect
nest?
twigs. We make
Berries.
and berries and have a closet in our houses and we just
I think
build a
it's
little
like a
nest.
perch.
Yeah, it's like a perch.
you make a perch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a chair with soft pillows and a blanket and a book that you probably don't read that much.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
You say women don't read?
I'm saying that a lot of times seems like in Instagram pictures of these perches, there's a lot of books.
Yeah, because the pictures are nice.
It's a lot of fairy porn. That's what girls are into now.
Fairy porn,
I heard about that.
Yeah.
the thorn and the crown or something like that.
Yeah. On
It
his
used,
book,
it used to be like Agatha Christie. Now it's Akatar. and it's fairy porn.
Yeah.
Anna's in a book club, but she doesn't really read the books because she's too busy. But she still goes to book club because all her friends and they were reading that, and she was hearing them talk about it, and she was like, "What are you guys reading?"
Yeah, I've heard some conversations too, according to her friends, and
I think it's Centaur. I think it's Centaur.
I think it's Centaur doing a
Banging.
fairy.
Yeah.
Bestiality.
It's like bestiality within fantasy. It's like, why do you even need to do all
And
that?
I gotta ask, if a centaur came up to me, I don't care how in love I am, I'm like, I don't know where to start. And you know what I mean? I'm gonna have questions, and I'm not gonna be wrapped up in the moment. I'm gonna go, time out, hold on.
You're like,
What are
listen,
we doing?"
Mr. Tumnus, I am attracted to you, but I don't know what we're doing here.
I will say, Mr. Tumnus though, more enticing because he's 2-legged. Centaurs are normally 4-legged.
And he's James McAvoy.
And it's James McAvoy.
Was he just he was just two-legged.
was two?
That's
Yeah.
a good starter.
I can start with the 2 legs. Getting up to
Starter.
4, I'm like, I don't know about
Well,
that.
Mr. Tumnus Sticks. Tummy sticks? No, that's a Urban Dictionary. Don't look it up.
Don't look
Okay,
it up.
here's a thought. If Mr. Tumnus, if you're on a desert island alone with Mr. Tumnus and there's no food, and you killed him,
I killed him?
if it came to that, you're
I thought
like,
you were going to
listen,
say, would you eat him or do him?
what I'm gonna say is, if you eat just the bottom half, you eat like his legs. That's just like, that's not cannibalism. But if you ate his like torso, then it would be.
Yeah, because that's the horse part, is what you're saying.
Is it a
What is
horse?
he? Is he part
It's
horse?
like it's a-
or is he part goat?
Some sort of hooved.
It's hooved for
It's
sure.
hooved.
Yeah.
Producer
Hooven.
Paul, what's the bottom half of Tumnus?
Yeah, can you Google that real quick for us?
I don't want to get graphic, but it would also depend. No, never mind. I'm going to keep it to myself.
Yeah. Look at that growth.
Yeah, look at that. I kept it to myself. I didn't. I'm growing on this
You've
podcast.
never once kept something to yourself on
No,
this podcast.
I don't know how. I got
that
no
must have been
filter.
a really horrific thought you had.
You know,
I
say
also
it.
love that you-
Everyone's listening to this being like, Hannah, say it.
No,
Imagine let's do a podcast and everyone's like, nah, you're not going to say that.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
there's just a part of me that's like, I would do a little more research on the lower half and then decide if I thought it was human or not.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's a goat.
He's a goat.
He is
Yeah.
the goat. What? Oh, he's got it.
Nice.
Yeah, he's half goat. If you just eat the goat part, I think that'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You eat a lot of goats.
I have eaten goat, I think.
Have you?
Isn't no, that's sheep.
You're going to say
I don't know if
lion?
I've eaten goat. You know what I have eaten? 4 Wellness superfood bites.
Oh, that was good.
Hibiscus cherry gummies, recovery gummies.
Zero Mr. Tumnus in any of those.
As far as we know.
0.
As far as we know, there are a lot of ingredients that
Yeah,
are delicious,
they're very
but I don't
smart.
think any of them are mythical creatures
No.
so far.
What
I
are
saw-
you're drinking right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw you poured
I'm
in.
drinking some coffee with a little bit of the good stuff in it. Pretty good. Stirred it
good.
right in, and I can read right from it. It's Performance Coffee Supplement,
Oh.
and I drink it all the time. I love it so much.
I also had it this morning. I got a re-up, and I have my little, it comes with it, when you buy it for the first time, it comes with this cute little like ceramic container that says the good stuff with a scoop. And I just wake up every morning. And I don't know, the best thing for me about 4 Wellness is it always makes me just feel like a little bit better than everyone around me when I put it in my coffee. Other people are putting creamer in, and I'm like, not me. I put 4 Wellness because
Yeah.
I care.
Not like
Wellness.
you feel better than other people feel? Or are you saying you just feel better than them?
I feel
superior.
both. I feel superior mostly. Like I'll watch as like a roommate puts in coffee creamer, and I'm like, not me, baby.
Yeah.
For
But then you also
wellness.
feel better because your guts are humming.
They're humming,
Yeah.
humming.
You know what I bet would be really good if addition to your coffee and the 4 Wellness? Some milk from Mr. Tumnus.
Oh, no.
I was waiting. I was staring at Andrew, being like, "Where's it gonna go?"
No. Little
Yeah.
Tumnus goat cheese on the superfood bites.
There you go.
You could make cheese out of Mr. Tumnus.
You
There is a code. It's Andre, 30% off.
Whoa,
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Really good. Try it. Try it once and see how you feel.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all we ask. You
and
know what I mean?
yeah, enjoy superiority. It's nice.
And let us know.
Yeah.
Let us
I
know.
think a lot of podcasts I listen and I'm like, these freaking bros are not doing betterhelp.com.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're going to go home and Blue Apron your in the kitchen? No.
There's no
not
freaking way.
happening.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bros
Yeah.
don't get better help. Men
we
don't go to
for
therapy.
wellness.
I'm doing our sponsor right now.
You're doing them.
Phil Mickelson?
I'm consuming that.
Oh, you're consuming.
Yeah, you should
them.
want to watch this one. Andrew's doing Phil Mickelson right now.
Yeah.
No.
There are some of the podcasts that have like 4 Wellness as a sponsor. I'm like, they should not want these people to represent their therapy.
Yeah, you know BetterHelp.
Yeah.
BetterHelp.
You said For Wellness.
You said
Yeah,
For
cut that. For Wellness and BetterHelp do kind of sound like.
Yeah. I do love that you can tell it's just like a scattershot approach.
Yeah,
to
they're not
advertising.
researching.
Sometimes like this person's not
let's
mentally
get-
well,
let's
and
get-
they're
let's
not trying to get better.
Let's get
I like
Mark
that
Norman
idea.
to talk about this.
Someone just goes on talking about gaslighting, and then they go to a thing being like, better help. And you're like, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
There is I'm glad y'all are here because otherwise people would be like, that lumpy is taking wellness products. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If someone called you lumpy,
I'm on the journey.
Yeah.
someone called you
One
lumpy.
day we're gonna first we just gotta get
I'll
you
punch
drinking regular coffee,
I'm drinking. Oh, that's true.
and
I
then
do.
you can put the For Wellness in them. But you like the gummies and the superfood bites.
The gummies and superfood bites are my favorite right now.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't really make coffee at home. I guess a little Keurig. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah. we're
You
growing.
also are kind of weird about your coffee.
I thought you were gonna say lumpy.
No, I just said no one can call you lumpy. Well, we can call you lumpy because you're our friend. But if someone else calls you lumpy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah and I
Sorry,
have
Seth.
beaten up a lot of people on your behalf that you don't know about.
Yeah, that's Hannah punching the mic is what
yeah,
she's doing.
it's like a sibling thing. You can't make fun of my friend. Only I can make fun of my
Don't
friend.
no, but none of our listeners better leave us a 5-star review on Apple for our podcast, and then in the comments talk about how lumpy Aaron is. If
No.
you guys do that, if you guys go leave us a 5-star review on Apple and talk about how lumpy Aaron is, you're gonna be hearing from me and Hannah.
If you call me Mr. Lumpness,
If you guys even
my
think
goat
about
legs.
saying something like, I want to get some milk from that Mr. Lumpness and leave us a 5-star review, there will be massive consequences.
You don't. We both are hopped up on For Wellness. You do not want us coming
You
to
have
your
no
house
idea
right
how
now.
strong we feel.
Yeah,
all right.
we got your back.
For Wellness, it's the code on.
It was really good. Really good. We got a lot to get to.
We do.
Can we start with waste management? 'Cause
Let's
that's
start
what
with
I'm
waste
the most
management.
excited about hearing from.
I'm curious too, y'all's perception, because I'd, heard and seen a ton of things over the years. I was always kind of wanting to go, but also low-key scared
Yeah.
because I like to drink. I like to karaoke. You find me at the bar 3 nights a week,
I like to roll around in the dirt.
I love to roll around in the dirt. Piss on
yourself?
myself sometimes.
You love to yell at men.
But all that happening once, I was always kind of watching that, being like, I don't know if I could do all that.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially for a week. So yeah, I went. Me and Colin, former guest, and we met up with Tyler Jari,
Colin McHugh.
and Tyler Jari.
Tyler Jari.
Yeah,
Fun.
it was us three in a little house. It was fun. Tyler texted me a week before and he's like, "Are you going to waste management?" And I said, "I am, and I think we have a room open," and we did. So he stayed with us. It was fun.
Nice.
But we got there Tuesday night, went Wednesday to the Pro-Am, which we saw 2 groups, one of which was Nick Saban. Then it got rained out, fully rained out and canceled. It was so rainy and cold.
Yeah.
It was like 40 degrees. Everybody was freezing.
Was this was day one?
This was Pro-Am, so
Pro-Am,
the day
sorry.
before
Okay, day before.
tournament starts. Yeah.
Oh, that's why everyone got so wild.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure everybody handled having nothing to do really responsibly.
Yeah.
For sure. People either left or they were under the tents getting sloshed.
Yeah.
And I heard the whole time too that like Friday it really picks up, and then Saturday is the full slop day. You know, what I mean?
know
So I
something-
didn't see all that because I left Friday morning.
You know something is unhinged when it is dominating your feed, and waste management is dominating my Instagram feed. Everyone is talking about it.
Yeah, it's become a thing.
Yeah.
And now Thursday saw a little bit more golf. It still was pretty rainy, and they stopped play for a while. Yeah, didn't see the full slop, but seeing the videos, it got there Friday or
Slop
Saturday
City.
after we left.
Slop City.
I'm all about it.
Are you?
Grow the game. This is bringing new eyeballs to the game. It's a place for people that could not handle a regular golf tournament.
Yep.
Now they have a place.
It feels to me like it's the vibe I'm getting is that it's like a grown men's excuse to like go party. You know, they're like, this is the thing I'm gonna go. It's my once a year. And I'm always kind of like, yeah, go let loose. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, like adult spring break.
Yeah, it's like
type
an
thing.
adult spring break. But
It's like spring break, which is all dudes. So the wives are like, it's probably going to be fine.
yeah, like they're okay. They'll keep each other accountable.
Yeah, as long as they're just in jail and not having affairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it did seem like, I think for me, I was watching a lot of these players. I think Zach Johnson got real mad, got really upset. But there is a part of my brain that's like, don't you kind of know going into it what you're going to get? You know, because they can decide not to go. Correct me if I'm wrong. They can say, I don't want to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Anytime they want. Or they can just be like, I don't want to play. So I also watch all these other sporting events where people are truly screaming at athletes all the time. And they're like, yeah, I'm just kind of used to it. You shut it out. And I understand that golf is a rich man's sport. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Call back.
Pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah, and it's Dan Rappaport just had a very interesting video about this, but golf is something where people are so close to you and not silence matters, but it can affect play. Or, you know, if you're at a Kentucky Derby or a NASCAR race, like yell as loud as you want and it doesn't affect the car or the horse. But someone yells in your backswing, like it's probably going to affect your shot. So I also get people getting mad, but yes, everyone knows the precedent they've set the last few years. It's going to be loud. It's going to be wild. There's going to be a drunk guy sliding in the mud in front of you.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a part of that or not? You know,
It's just like when you ask me to go do karaoke, I usually always say no because I know what's going on. You know, I'm like,
do you? Because you've never been.
I have been. I've been a couple times and I get it. I've gone and go, I get it. But when you ask me again, I'm always like, if I go, I can't get mad after the fact knowing that I don't want to hear people sing songs I don't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this.
Can I make it about me real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is a new segment called Andrew Makes It About Him. I think I don't follow golf as closely as these insane golf fans. Not that you're insane, but I don't watch every tournament. I love the idea that there's one tournament a year where the rules are kind of different, and it's the players, as long as they know what they're getting into, it's a different thing. Like in stand-up, you normally have a very specific expectation for the audience, and if people get out of control, then you kick them out. And there's kind of an unspoken, this is what we're doing. I'm going to talk. You're going to listen and laugh and talk if we talk to you. But if not, then whatever. But then there are like these specialty shows. There was a show in Atlanta for several years called Derailed, where the comedian would get on stage and they knew that at some point during their set, something was going to be done to them. And it was usually like based on one of their fears. Like all of a sudden somebody would put a snake on their shoulders and they had to keep doing their set. And it was, or like tase them. And it was like an obstacle course for stand-up. And no comedian was on stage not knowing something was going to happen. They all signed up for it.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, all right, this is different than my normal show. Let's have fun with it. And maybe I won't be as good at this version of this thing that I'm good at, but it'll be unique experience. And I think if the waste management became that, where the players are just like, yeah, this is a different thing, and your score here maybe shouldn't affect how people look at you as a golfer as much, but it's going to grow the game and be like a different version of the thing that we love.
Totally.
Yeah, and it's also spicy too because of live stuff, which we haven't talked a ton about, but that's part of their marketing is golf but louder. They're blasting music and trying to kind of replicate the waste management vibe at all of their events. So now I think the PGA Tour is in an interesting spot where do they kind of stifle that a little bit, knowing that there's this other competitor, they got to kind of grow in a certain direction. It's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if they
it's
have one
fascinating.
like super fun, loud event that's different and they're like, that was too much, bad, we don't like that. That doesn't do a ton to kind of combat the,
Right.
the stuffy atmosphere.
The only thing I'll say to be devil's advocate to myself originally, which is I was like, you kind of sign up, I will say you have to be pretty bad for them to ban alcohol sales. Like that's where they make a lot of money and they know going into it. So there is a part of me though, I will say that I'm like, you have to be so bad that they go, I can't serve any of you anymore. You're out of control.
Yeah.
Well, they should still have standards for how serving drunk people.
Yes.
Like
That's
a
a good
bar,
point.
like any bar in America. If somebody comes up, the bartender has the right to be like, "No, you're overserved. You're done."
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would be tough. Think about like your local bar where 250,000 people descend on it, being like, I'm going to get drunker this week than I have in 8 years.
This is
You know
my
what I mean?
1
Like, it's
week.
just-
I got a lot to run away from.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I
And
will
I'm
say
here.
too, it was fascinating. I've been to, 10 to 12 PGA Tour events in my life. And it was fascinating, just the facilities. It was like a little city. It was great.
Oh, I thought you were
It was
talking about
so
the
well built.
bathrooms. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking
No,
about
no,
like
no,
the
no.
bathrooms. I'm like, ew, I can't imagine.
It's Aaron's favorite part of anything he goes to.
The
He's like,
porta
"I gotta
potties.
check
Immediately
out
go to the
these
bathroom.
bathrooms."
I
Stay
checked
there
those
for
things
half
out.
a day.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's warm.
Great
I'm
temperature.
alone.
Yeah, it's
privacy.
No privacy.
It felt like a music festival. Like it was.
Yeah, that's what
we stayed 18 through 16. Didn't even see any of the other course because our little spot was on 18. But it was just lined with grandstands,
Yeah.
merch, restaurant, like some really cool restaurants, not just like little stands. I was really impressed. I want to go back.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared, but I do want to go back.
I love the idea of it being different than all the other things. The rules are different. The expectations are different. The people who are going to perform well is probably different because, I mean, golf is so many moving parts in your swing. Like, there's a reason people have to be quiet when you do it. And there's a reason you hit it again if somebody yells in your backswing. You get, because you're so focused and it's so easy to interrupt that focus and everything has to work at the same time. So seeing who can do it with the distractions is so interesting to me.
Yeah.
They're all good at golf, but who can do it and take out like all the other, like a lot of other athletes have to do in their sports, who can totally drown out the noise. Also, they could wear headphones.
Can they?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
I don't know. Can they wear noise canceling AirPods?
Yeah.
Maybe. Feels like it would solve a lot of the concerns.
I don't know. Then I feel like they could wear Apple Vision Pro and have like the, EA Sports like line readings on the green and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, where does it stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it could stop at the noise canceling headphones.
That's okay.
That's my suggestion.
we found that.
Also, isn't it Tiger Woods that's always saying that whenever he's working with Charlie, he's like chirping in his ear all the time to get him mentally tough.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
Charlie Woods can do it, and he's just a boy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zach Johnson.
And
Let them balls drop, man.
yeah, exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
And like when it should be more like football. I've always said golf should be more like football.
Yeah.
That's my
full contact.
strong- yeah. But like when the teams are practicing to like go to Seattle and they know it's going to be a crazy atmosphere in the practice facility, they blare the crowd noise while they're practicing.
Yeah.
It would be fun to see the golf version of that, like people training for waste management. And then imagine how much content could come from that. They hire 6
dudes.
mean people.
Well, mean people, or like Justin Thomas pays his 10 best friends to get absolutely hammered
And
just,
come
like,
yell at
slide
him while
around
he
in the
plays
mud.
for a whole course. Imagine what that would do for, like, who wouldn't watch that on YouTube?
I like that. Waste Management Phoenix Open training. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Zach Johnson,
Yeah.
get out there.
Come on, pal.
Let some guys piss on you.
Yeah.
Get your high school
Let
bullies
your buddy
out
slide
here.
in the mud while you're chipping in your backyard.
Reach out to your high school bully.
You get
They're
their
not
high
doing
school
anything.
bullies to come out to
Yeah.
practice. That's a TV show. That's
Amen.
not that's a network television show.
Yeah, who wants it bad enough?
Yeah, well, isn't there somebody
Amen.
that already does that? Isn't there a YouTube group that does like where they roast people during their swing?
Yeah, Country Club adjacent. They do
Yeah,
back off
it's
challenge.
hilarious.
It is.
That's
That's
what-
really good. You could have those guys to your home
Yeah.
and just have them berate you.
While you're sleeping.
And if you're good at, and there's a reason that's funny, is because it makes it harder.
Yeah.
I like it.
Can you
I
rise
think
above?
people should not die from drunkenness, but also they should be allowed to yell.
I also feel like, I also don't
And
want
if
people
he dies, he dies.
pissing on themselves because that's a memory that'll haunt you.
Yeah, and it's a cleanup for someone else usually.
Yes.
If it's contained, if you have joggers that are tight around the leg that keeps it all in, fine.
You've thought
Yeah,
this
they
through.
should. When people are entering the grounds, they should check to make sure everybody's joggers are tight enough,
Totally.
and then you're allowed to drink more based on your tightness.
Whoa. Are those flared jeans? Get out of here.
Get out of here. That
Get 'em
piss
out.
is going to be a problem for me.
Yep. Come on. Are there porta potties or is it a good bathrooms?
There's just cities of porta potties.
Yeah, I
there.
imagine the porta potty situation is pretty bad.
Yeah, we were in a cool little situation on 18, and we had one of the like trailer things.
It was like a rich man
Sick.
sport situation.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I wanted to ask
You
you
were
a fun.
going with a former professional athlete.
yeah.
Yeah.
You probably have a pretty good bathroom.
Yeah.
Probably a good sitch.
Yeah.
I meant to ask if you got recognized at all, and if you did, was it fun?
Oh yeah, it was a bunch. It was
That
you know how
rules.
it is in golf spaces. It's like
Yeah.
it's our people. It's our
Yeah.
audience.
What do people yell at you when they recognize you?
Lumpy.
They just go, Andre. Do they call you Andre?
I've gotten a lot of Andres. Lumpy. That's pretty good.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. There's the fun ways and kind of the weird ways, and there are a couple weird ones because people are hammered.
Okay, tell us the ways, and then we'll decide if we think they're the weird or the fun way.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say my point of view. I think it's a little weird when someone just says they'll be like, "Internet," or just say like a TikToks, and you're like, I don't know.
Getting warmer.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you asking if I'm the People's Republic of China? I'm not.
Yeah.
I did
as
say
we know.
one time, someone goes, you're the Instagram guy? And I was like, I'm Mark Zuckerberg, yeah. And I was just joking, but then we walked away and I was like, he probably thinks I'm a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I was
like,
trying to make a joke.
unfollow.
How could you respond to that in a gracious way? Somebody goes, internet. Let's figure out the right way for you to respond.
Okay, so I will
'Cause
say,
it's awful.
Back in Vine days,
Yeah.
someone at Dark Horse at the karaoke bar said, they did the thing, and y'all have gotten it before. Like, you look so familiar. Like, what? And they kind of wouldn't let it go for a second, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm on Vine, and they go, I've never been on Vine. And then I was like, oh God, and I just kind of walked away, and I felt so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I will never help.
They can't help.
No,
Yeah.
I can't help just in case. So if they if someone gets there, like, I'd love to talk about it and love to hang out with people. So there's a few of those,
Yeah.
which is kind of the weird side. Then a lot of wonderful ones. There's a dude named Cecil that lives in Seattle who gave me a cigar. I bought him an Aperol Spritz. We're gonna play Chambers Bay together.
Heyo,
Got numbers.
pal.
Probably got numbers like 10 different bros.
That's so fun.
I was there.
Successful tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot of numbers.
That's
It was a good
great.
time.
That's so cute.
Yeah, no ladies.
Yeah.
I had my first lady outside of Kroger last week. That was fun for me. I
Describe
was like,
what you mean by that.
I had my first. That's why Andrew is the funniest on the podcast. I was walking into Kroger and a girl stopped me. She was like, "Are you the golf girl?" And I never had a female stop me.
Oh, it's all been
dudes.
dudes with daughters.
It's all been dudes with daughters. I just never had a woman be like, She's like, "I'm a big golfer. I love golf," and I was like, "That is so fun."
I think that she's a daughter.
She is a daughter. Yeah, she doesn't.
Women
There's no
fans
way.
of Hannah are her daughters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what if she was like, oh, my dad chased you down the parking lot one time?
She's
Yeah.
like, "What?" And she
Yeah.
goes, "Yeah, I'm really still mad about." She pulls out a knife. She's like, "How dare you disrespect my father's name?" No.
What was her deal? Is she a golfer? Is she follow us?
That's what she said. She's like, "I'm a golfer. I love y'all's content. It's so funny." And then she asked me for a picture. I think she might have been drunk.
The grocery
At
store?
Kroger?
Yeah. It
Kroger on the Beltline. Murder Kroger. Is it that one?
was a Glenwood Kroger.
Okay, well, I don't know. The new Krogers do have bars.
Oh yeah.
They be slanging that alcohol.
Did like a bar you sit at and just like drink your
100%.
sorrows away?
Yeah.
And then go get your
Crowbar?
produce?
Crowbar rules.
Crowbar.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh,
The Kroger by my house does not have that.
Maybe
Shoot.
one day.
I'll talk to the manager.
I do want to say one more thing about waste management. I have the stats from the Scottsdale Police Department.
Yes.
These are, I got 3 numbers for each of these: 2022, 2023, and 2024. Calls for service, arrests, ejections, and trespassing. Obviously, the numbers go up every year. It's a little better than I don't want to just say guess, because you're going to guess probably way over, but calls for service, we'll start there, 440 in 2022.
People calling the police, being like, my brother's unconscious. Please, come."
Probably.
Help! I
Yeah.
wear flared jeans. The piss is everywhere.
Yeah, my friend keeps trying to dive into the ground.
I need somebody to come clean me up.
Like we don't do that.
Somebody come bring some wipes.
Clean up on me. 440 in 2022, and this year it was 653.
That's a staunch increase.
Yep. It's like a 33% increase. I don't know. I failed math at
that's-
community college.
Sorry,
Oh.
ballpark, right?
Arrests. This is interesting. 2022, 0 arrests. Just all warnings, I
That
guess.
sounds like a lot of people, cops turn a blind eye.
Yep. And then this
the
year,
rich man.
what do y'all think? This is full arrest. This is like you're coming to the police station.
20?
100.
54.
We split the difference. Good on us.
You and your
It was 18 last year. Wow. Yeah. So that's. I'm sure a lot of guys like get
50s
handcuffed.
or
They walk
50s.
them outside and like, hey, you're banned. Like, get out of here.
I also feel like you'd have to be pretty insane to be fully arrested.
Yeah, there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they know going into it, you'd have to be pretty belligerent, or they're just like, we physically cannot let you. Because I think sometimes you're a danger on the road or around where they're like, we're going to put you in a jail cell because we're worried that you
Yeah.
might go out and kill somebody
Yeah, or yourself.
or yourself.
Yeah, yeah. When and in a spot where everyone could be arrested,
Yeah.
for them to like cops to be like, that guy's got to go now.
It's like
You're doing something bad.
It's like the Ron White bit where he would go, I've never got a DUI, but I've certainly been eligible for one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people eligible to be arrested.
Yeah, totally.
It's also giving me vibes like the cops are like, which one? They're like watching with binoculars. Like there's a strike. One's
yeah.
just falling. Like, but no, but look at that one.
They just
Gotta
need to
get that
give cops tranquilizer guns. Just there.
Could be good.
That's not like a police reform thing.
Yeah.
No body cams.
Who paid you to
all
say that?
Tranquilizer guns.
Why don't
paid
they
you to say
have
that?
tranquilizer guns?
I don't know. I mean, they have stun guns, but just a little dart.
Oh, you don't want a gun. You want them with a little bamboo shoot.
Yeah.
you want-
No, I like the gun either way. Just put the little dart with the little red feather. On
No,
the
I'm
back.
actually 100% behind this because then they'd have to get really good at accuracy. They can't just have a gun. They'd have to train with the blow dart.
Yeah.
And then it's like now you've earned the responsibility to trank whoever you want.
Yeah, and so that you don't know if someone's blackout drunk or they got,
Yeah.
Imagine that being the last
not
thing
gonna
you
sound
hear.
effects. I don't
I know.
know.
It's like,
I'm just imagining the police doing that change and then they're responding to like a bank robbery where the bank robbers have like semi-automatic rifles and they're just where is
but they're actually so good and so accurate that they just take them down.
I love it.
yeah, you got to be real sneaky to get somebody
Community
with one of those.
policing. Be
I'm
more of
here
it.
for it.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Ejections went from 90 to 211 this year. And then trespassing went from 14 2 years ago to 73.
Is that people going on the course?
Or
People
houses?
going on the course. I bet there's also some times where they get kicked out and they sneak back in and things
Yeah.
like that. But
Oh, I thought they were going to like nearby houses being like, is this home?
honestly, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mommy?
Well,
Daddy?
they should really forgive them their trespasses.
Mama.
Tumness?
So all right, that's waste management. Check it out though, if you want to experience.
Yeah, maybe just bring some liquid IV or something.
In a diaper.
Diaper up.
Yeah.
The waste management presented by Pampers or Depends.
Yeah. That'd be really funny.
Yeah.
That would be
a
fun.
great ad.
I'm glad that you got to experience the rich version.
Yeah, I'm gonna go every year.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. That rules. You know what else rules? Today's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's. And although we didn't bring Valentine's, I thought about it. You know, back in like middle school or elementary school, you had to make Valentine's for
I
your whole
brought
class.
two Valentines.
You brought two?
You guys.
Seth and Paul.
Yeah. Sorry, Seth and Paul. Sorry. But I wanted to say, I think it'd be really cute to say things we love about each other.
Wow.
And then also icks, just to humble each other.
Okay.
about
Yeah.
about each of each other.
About each other.
Specifically, that's fun.
Yeah.
Wow, I was not prepared, but I'm really already ready for that second part.
Yeah. I know. I can tell you my ick about you right now
Hit me.
immediately.
It's that I'm gay.
I can't make fun of you for being sad and single now.
Oh, yeah.
When we started the pod 4 months ago, it
You
was,
were
it was
ripping 'em.
fun.
Yeah, you would really lean into that.
So in love. And
It was-
sucks.
It does. It was also so funny because they were so funny. You were at your funniest when I was at my saddest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I miss it, truly.
If you care about this podcast, just kidding.
Yeah, that's so funny. One of my icks for you is, speaking of diapers, is that you walk around with dude wipes all the time.
I do.
And that always freaks me out. Aaron walks around with like wet wipes in his pocket for his butt. And sometimes that kind of freaks me out a little bit. I'm like, what kind of leakage is going on constantly that you need a wet one?
Yeah, every time he leaves the house, he's like keys, wallet, phone, leakage protection.
Absolutely. It's maybe once a month I will have to do the bad thing somewhere and not have my wet wipes.
And that hurts. That
It
sucks.
does hurt. It hurts.
Stop
here's the
eating
thing.
Crystal, dude.
Here's the thing: you've coddled your butthole too much,
100%.
That's
and
true.
so now the dry.
It's like our feet.
Paper.
We should be barefoot as human beings walking around, toughen up our feet. But now we
Yeah.
have little shoes. If I step on a grain of sand, it hurts. It's like that, but from a hole.
Yeah, your anus is so uncalloused
So
that
uncallous.
there's just no way you're going
Yeah.
to be able to ever go back to regular paper.
Okay.
And that's the end of the segment. We really just wanted to
no.
bring that up.
Yeah.
I have to defend myself real quick.
doesn't
In my
really.
hole. You say you spill a little bit of peanut butter on your carpet.
Oh, God. Don't use peanut butter.
I know your argument.
No, what do?
I would
Say it.
I have
Don't
a,
lie.
I have
Don't make a joke.
I have
Just say
a
it.
dog that would come.
No.
You have a dog and you let your dog lap it up? Get a dog.
No,
You
butter
darn
is
the
his
best.
favorite
Switching focus. Hannah, you spill a little bit of Don't make a joke.
I'm
I
not.
need you to answer for real.
Okay,
You
100%.
spill a little bit of peanut butter on the carpet, on
Yeah.
a rug. What do you do?
100%. That's what I do. I go into my kitchen, I grab a spoon, and I scoop it up. My dad taught me that when I was a kid. That's like when you have like, if you spill liquid, I'll take like a spoon and I'll like scoop it.
It's
from
not
underneath-
liquid.
What?
I said peanut
next
butter.
week we
Yeah,
notice
but peanut-
Aaron has a spoon in his pocket.
You have the dirtiest carpet of all time.
No, I don't. I scoop it and then I take a wet wipe and I wipe. And I wipe it.
You don't do dry. You don't just rub it
Aaron,
in.
here's the thing. Your butt is made of skin, which doesn't absorb things.
Whole lot of hair, buddy. you don't know me.
Courtney is so lucky.
Yeah.
The hairy hole.
It's fun. By the time this
I
comes
made
out,
a space. I made a space because on air, if you say bleep out the hole, but I made enough space between the words so you don't have to bleep anything intentionally. I was a good person.
oh, what's funny is now we can talk about this because by the time this comes out, I'll be engaged.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Okay, keep going. Sorry, it's not a nick. It's actually a really good thing that I do.
Yeah, we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
My ick for you is that I truly think you're funnier than me, and my girlfriend reminds me that you're the funniest on the pod, and that's really hard, and it gives me the ick every single time.
Thank you.
She'll be like, Andrew said this really funny thing. I'll literally hear her laugh because she listens to the podcast, and it's at your stuff, and that's a personal ick for me, but it's an ick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will not work on that. But good to know.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
Yeah.
that's you in sketches.
Well,
for
my
me,
wife
though.
doesn't even listen
by
to
far.
this.
So
Oh, that makes me happy. What?
yeah, that is true. On sketches, yeah, you get it back.
That's fair.
I have nothing.
When you were yelling,
You've got a hairy butt.
That's why I'm the only one allowed to do long form. So I have something.
This is
Aaron,
my thing.
your ick is that you're so good at golf compared to the rest of us.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true.
That's your thing.
Pretty y'all. I mean,
Yeah.
what else yet? Do you have
That's
other ones?
you're the one that picked us.
Those are my two biggest icks, but I also want to say things I love.
Okay.
Okay.
First up, Aaron, I think not only are you one of the most tenacious and ambitious people I've ever met, but you're also a very good friend. Really nice. Don't. Enough. You also really make me laugh. It's really fun. And I think you enrich everyone's life you come into. Everyone loves you. Everyone thinks that you're their best friend. And it's really cute.
Enrich man's life.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Enrich.
Thank you, that was very kind.
You've enriched this man's life.
I'm so nervous right now because you're the only one who thought about this bit coming in.
Yep.
Yeah. What the hell?
Now I gotta
Intentionally.
find something
This is
that
the meanest
matches.
thing you've ever done to us.
Yeah. And that's it. I don't have anything. No, I'm just kidding. Andrew, I love that. I also think that you have truly the quickest brain of any person I've ever met. You can write and punch up things faster than anyone I've ever met. It's crazy. It's so fun. It's fun to be around you.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's a blast.
I'm uncomfortable but grateful.
Yeah. I think this is the real test for me is that I know that they both don't love being told that nice things about themselves.
Yeah.
And so if you are watching, look at their faces.
That was my ick,
They're
and I was
like-
also very thankful.
yeah, they're like, I want to die.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was the end of the episode.
Sincerity.
Anyway, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Are you
Seth,
going?
I also have a love
Oh.
for you. I think you're also the hardest. No, Paul, you don't get anything. I haven't seen you do anything I love yet. I'm just kidding. I think Seth, you are also one of the hardest workers I've ever met. I've never seen a guy edit like this.
It's insane.
You are both so good at what you do behind the camera, behind the computer. You are so efficient and you've got such vision and you're just nice to be around. Bunch of sweethearts on St. Andre. And Paul, you are a great addition to everything that you're a part of. You make everything better.
Hannah and I don't really know what you do,
Yeah.
but we know you do a lot.
But we're like that you're around and I like your shoes. All right, I'm done.
I hated that.
I
But
know.
thank you so much.
Are you going to do it?
Are we? I didn't know this
You
was
don't
a thing.
have to. This was just my happy Valentine's Day.
Wow.
And if you guys want to say something nice in the comments just to me, that's okay too.
Yeah. Nobody better leave us a 5-star review and say something nice to Hannah. I can do it impromptu.
Dying.
Just do it
right now.
quick. We got a lot to get through.
Oh, sorry.
My ick is that Hannah always dresses so nicely. It makes me feel like I have to wear nice clothes to this podcast.
Love that for me.
I don't care for how much thought and coordination you put into your outfits.
Love that. Thank you.
And my thing I love about Aaron is that he counters that.
Cool.
That
Good
was,
balance on the
that
pod.
was good.
My Hannah, your acting blows me away. Every time people are like, "What's it like doing St. Andre?" I'm like, "It's great," and it's made me realize how impressive good actors are. Because whenever I'm around you and Jonathan and seeing you guys act, I'm like, it is insane that I'm out here.
That is so nice.
When you were yelling, the one where Aaron and I were standing on the tee box a few weeks ago, and you were yelling back at us because you were in love with him for how far he hit it, but also mad because he hit your cart.
Oh, yes.
I was just like, this is A-level performance.
Thank you so much.
And I have zero of that. And it's always very fun to see. And you can snap right out of it and be a regular person, not a crazy diva like I imagine a lot of people that talented can be.
Thank you so much. Just you wait for that diva to come out.
Yeah, I know it's down there.
Year 2.
And Aaron, I'm so proud of you for all the stuff you've built here.
Yeah.
Well,
It's impressive. We used to just be in my house.
we did.
Talking,
No worries if not.
talking
The old
to-
pod.
Talking to nobody,
Yeah.
but having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And now we're talking to a few more people.
Yeah, there are 2 right there.
Yeah, we got real people here. And it's just fun.
Yeah, that's
Every
what I love
time
about you
people
guys.
are-
You guys just listen, I guess.
Every time I'm on the road and people are like, oh yeah, so do you own St. Andre? I'm like, no, but one of my best friends does.
Aw.
And here's the story. And I tell them the story.
Wow.
And they're like, wow, we should have got that guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go quick. Ick. Cross chest bags for sure. It's a level of love for Bieber that's just way up there for women in her 30s. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's
I
not
didn't
an ick
think
for
about
me.
this
I'm
at
just-
all, but let me rattle off 3 icks immediately.
Ready to go. Andrew Ick. Oh gosh.
Wow, you had mine so quick. And
I
I, have
didn't
to
know
really
that you
think
liked
on
Justin
Andrew.
Bieber. I never heard you talk about
the
Justin
I'm
most.
Bieber.
obsessed with
If it
him,
comes
yeah.
up,
I didn't
just
even know to hate
shut
that
it down.
about her.
I'm obsessed with him.
What was the origin of that?
I don't know.
Well, Aaron thinks of something mean about me.
I just I was early fandom, on the YouTube when he was a kid. And everything does. I'm like, I just know exactly what I'm going to get when I turn on that music. I'm going to love it. It's going to be poppy, maybe a little R&B.
Were you upset that he was not involved in the Super Bowl halftime show? A lot of people thought he was going to be
Oh,
I didn't
because he
think
has
about
songs
that.
with Usher.
he does. And Usher's kind of his mentor. Kind of picked him
Yeah,
up.
yeah, really scooped
no.
him up.
No, I wasn't. I thought the halftime show was fun. Got excited when Ludacris came out.
Yeah, Ludacris just pops up places.
He does.
He tends to emerge.
Yeah, he's the best hacker in the world, according to Fast Furious franchise.
So true.
Oh wow, I've seen one of those. I think.
Yep.
Have you had enough time?
Seth goes,
I don't know. I'd have to think of the icks.
Wow.
I kiss my dog on the mouth.
You do that. You do that.
Yeah,
You do.
I don't like that you do that.
That.
yeah. There you go. I did it
that's
for
a-
you. Do your job for you, just
It's
like
like icky
usual.
white person thing for sure. Then yeah, things I love. I agree with Hannah. The quickest brain anyone I know, and also even on set too. You're not one of the we got our lead actors here, and so you'll get in there and you've added a ton to the sketches you've been in, but there's always the funniest possible tag that it takes pressure off me too, writing stuff, knowing that the people we have on set, they're going to add to it. Where sometimes if it's you just have people in stuff, you got to nail the script. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And same for Seth too, in the edit. A lot of times find and edit. I'm I didn't even think of that. That's great.
Crush.
That goes for both of y'all. Just kind of
Great. Love
adding a
that.
ton to things. And also the interpersonal side. I can get kind of anxious and stressed out with make sure everyone's comfortable, that type of thing. Business trips. We've been on a bunch of trips. I just don't worry about anyone on our team.
That
Nobody's
rules.
high maintenance.
No one's high maintenance. No one's a full wild card. Jonathan will talk about
Full.
have some conversations,
disclaimer.
but it's endearing and
not
funny.
full.
It's
Partial
endearing and
wild
funny.
Happy. Yeah.
You look over and he's talking to Jason Day about his heartbreak, and it's funny. No, but that's
Is Jason Day baptizing Jonathan?
in the
I
lake
think
at the
so.
Cape Club on 18th. Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Yeah.
V-Day.
All right.
Small confession. I also came out of that bit because my girlfriend says I roast you a lot on this podcast.
Who?
She goes,
You roast me?
Yeah, Annie's
Hell
like,
yeah.
you always really go for Aaron. And I was like, do I?
Can you just thank
Good.
Annie for listening?
I will. Yeah,
Is-
she's a diehard. She
Does
listens.
Courtney listen?
She does. Anna
I gotta
doesn't.
get on and listen. But I feel like I can say whatever I want. So
Yeah, that rules.
We can do this pretty quick, but we're talking about V-Day, and in 2 days, I'm getting engaged.
Pew, 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 pew.
As far as I know, I'm getting engaged.
is there a good chance that she thinks it's today because today's Valentine's Day?
No, she's in New York, so this is a big part of the story too. I'll try to go quick. How long has this episode been? We're having too much fun.
Well, just subtract the whole thing we just did.
Oh, dude.
45? Okay.
We're
We'll go.
good.
Yeah. All right. So this has been the plan for a while. This is weird to talk about it this publicly, but this comes out next week after it's already done. The Plaza Theater in Atlanta. It's this old retro theater. It actually used to be a porn theater. You know that? It was an adult
Why do
theater
you
in
know
like the
that?
60s, 70s.
I had no idea.
Neither of us had any idea.
You guys hearing this?
It shut
What
down.
is that? What is that?
It shut down. Someone bought it, made it like an indie theater. RuPaul worked there. Did you know that?
Love that.
Yeah.
Love RuPaul.
And it's just very cool. It's in the movie Doctor Strange. It's just, I was watching the movie in the theater, then I was like, wait, this is the Plaza.
Hold on.
It was crazy. It's a great movie theater. We love it. It's in our neighborhood. They show great movies. So rented that out, the big theater. Courtney loves Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
Oh,
It's her favorite show.
I have an aunt. I have an aunt Buffy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and our friend
make it about
Jake
me.
Taylor, McBeardish is his handle. He's an amazing animator, motion graphics guy. Redid the title sequence to Buffy with videos I had Courtney's family and friends send in.
Cute.
So it's starring her, me, our cat. Got a cameo from the lead dude, Spike, in the show, doing his monologue about us. Very cute. That's going to play in the theater. Lights are going to come on. She's obviously going to know then. She's going to realize all of her family and friends, at least like the real inner circle, will be in there. I'll walk her to the front, propose there. There's the next level of surprise. We're going to Atkins Park, which is our favorite bar. There's a ton of friends waiting there. She's going to FaceTime friends in New York because she used to live there. A lot of her best friends are up there. They're going to say, hey, we'll see you tomorrow. We're flying up to New York on Saturday for a day.
Cute.
And then last week, Courtney was like, work needs me to come to New York this week. So she left Monday and gets back late Thursday night.
Yeah.
I propose Friday. We go to New York on Saturday.
She's like, great. Can't wait to
That's
go back.
the normal pace of your life these days, though.
That is true.
You run around gunslinging.
Sure.
It's great. Do you
Slinging
think
them
that how busy y'all are in this week is going to make it more of a surprise?
More of a surprise, and also it's helped me a ton. Like I can just kind of, I'm a little nervous getting all these logistics ready and whatnot. And
Once
she's
you
not
have
here
the
to see it.
ring too,
I got it
it's
yesterday.
like, oh, that's good. Having it for a long time is not the way to go. Once you have it, you're like, let's give this thing.
Yeah.
What's the rule they always say? You spend 10% of your salary on the ring. Did you both do that? What's the rule? What's
Half your age plus what?
half your yeah, I was like, isn't there like a rule though that men will be like, you should spend
They
this
say
much?
what, 3 months salary?
Oh, that's what it is?
And Aaron decides how much his salary is, so I think he lowered his salary these
did.
Yeah, I
last
was gonna say, you went to the low end of that.
Just
bad
like,
boy.
yeah, I'm actually gonna do it. Yeah, 3 months
We're not
salary.
talking about that for sure.
No,
Yeah,
I just
so what was
you're not gonna publicly say how much. You can't put a dollar amount on your love for Courtney. That's so. I won't say it. Effed up.
yeah.
Because I get in trouble so much for cussing.
Yeah, we
Aaron, this is big. This
It's
is my
big.
new the thing I like about you is that you're going
Aw.
to be engaged.
Yeah, dude. It also is really cute. You guys are so cute around each other. You compliment each other so well. She's got a great sense of humor. Y'all feel like you just click.
All right, she's not here. You gotta
She's
do
so
all that.
obviously the one. I've seen you date. I've seen
the
you
X
date.
versus the
Yeah,
lab.
yeah. I don't have to say
I've
it.
seen you date a lot of people.
Yes.
None of them felt as good as this. This is the best.
All right,
She's
It
the
is.
best.
good.
There was a time
Same.
when Aaron texted me
approve.
and he's like, hey, I'm going to sing tonight. And I was like, oh, you bringing this girl you're dating? He's like, no, new girl. And then he sent me this face. And then he was like, don't love that you keep meeting people. And then you met Courtney and you're like, no, this is it. And then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
met her the first time. I go, it is it. And I'm
Yeah.
very happy for you. You want to find love? And you found it.
Found it. Hannah is our alibi too, so we'll be able to report back. And It'll be fun.
Hannah Alibi Asleason. Is
Nice.
that
Hannah group texted us, which we were side texting about, obviously, and yeah, invited us to go see her friend's short film at this theater.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually going to work. I think she's legit going to be surprised, which is wild.
That rules.
That's a great fake thing to be because it's like, yeah, it's my friend's short film. It's not really, you can't really find anything about it online.
That's the thing. If she
That's
goes and
so
looks, there's
nice.
not a movie at 7, so I
Yeah.
don't want her to look online and be like, all right,
Yeah.
you know.
If she has
Thought
questions, I also
about
use my
everything.
friend, who
Pretty
is a
good.
short filmmaker, and if she ever if she wanted to do some deep diving, she could find it. He's
Yeah.
got a
Hey,
bunch of
Paul,
shit.
please don't accidentally release this episode this week. Yeah.
No.
Courtney, and you know Courtney loves a live stream. She's just live streaming right now.
Yeah, that working.
Hannah, can we do our rehearsed dinner speech together
Yes.
as a joint bit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
You-
We're inviting
uh,
ourselves to that.
well, you're
Yep.
going to be a groomsman.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
I'm still waiting for my
Hannah,
invitation to be a groomsman.
Could you help me write my speech?
Obviously.
That'd be great.
I can't wait for your actual wedding because I know that there's conversation that one of us might get to marry you and you didn't pick either of us.
That's true.
And I literally am plotting my objection, not to your union, but to the person marrying you.
That's
I'm going to stand up and go, I would have done better.
Should have been me.
Should have been me.
This guy
guy
kind of
is not
seems
even
like he
funny.
doesn't know them that well.
Yeah. This guy's kind of sucks, right? And he's like, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to enjoy.
This guy.
Yeah, so next week we'll let you know how it went.
Yeah. And if
Have
we
you-
don't mention it, don't mention it.
Have you been giving her hints to like get her nails done and stuff?
No hints.
So she's going to have chipped
Don't
nails?
give a hint.
Yeah, but we're not doing a like engagement shoot then. So she'll have some time and we'll get some photos taken later.
Hey, for this short film, it's crazy. Everybody's wearing gloves. It's one of the motifs of the film.
You should get some.
You got to wear these cute little white gloves.
Mittens are cool too.
Could be good.
Congrats.
Lovely.
You have
Oh, do you want relationship advice?
relationship. Oh God.
He's so nervous. He got so nervous all of a
Relationship
sudden.
advice.
I can give you some thing to not do.
Okay.
Yesterday was the 13th of February. I usually get Anna flowers when we go to a nice dinner for Valentines, but
Yep.
this year she had been telling me she really wanted a painting of our dog. And so I decided to commission one. Remember that horrible fundraiser I told you guys about where I bombed They Talk the whole time?
Yep.
Well, the only silver lining from that fundraiser is that I was walking around all the silent auction items and there's this beautiful dog portrait. And it was basically you could bid on the right to have this same artist do a portrait of your dog. And I was like, oh, this is exactly the type of thing that Anna wants. This is perfect. So I didn't bid on it, but I got the information of the artist. Started messaging with her and commissioned her to do a portrait of our dog, Ozzy. And I don't know why I decided for it to be as big as it ended up being. The one I saw was at this big building and with a bunch of other items, and it looked appropriate sized because of the scale of the room. And it was like 24 by 18 inches. It's 2 feet tall.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I commissioned that size of a painting. She sent me a picture of it when it was like halfway done. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Is it going to be big? And she goes, yep, just like the one you asked for. And I was like, cool. I'm sure it'll be great. And it's incredible. It looks
great.
really, really good. But Anna opened it yesterday and she was like, this is amazing. Why would it be this big? And I was like, I know, it's huge. It's giant and wonderful, but I don't think we're ever going to have a place to put it.
Maybe in your man cave. Do you have one of those?
I think we're going to put it in our laundry room. Oh. Really romantic Valentine's
That makes
gift.
sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just if you ever get a pet portrait made, do it appropriate size. It could go on a shelf or something.
Yeah.
'Cause it kind of looks like we might be worshiping this dog. If it was in our house.
Yep.
It looks like the size a very Catholic person would have a painting of Jesus. And you would be like, no matter how Catholic you are, this is a little much.
A little too big.
Just start like
Or Mary.
Christmas. Just start getting some Aussie candles. And all
feel
this.
like-
Like I think.
Yeah, I
I think
this is
the
going to be a shrine. Yeah, my idea is that we have in the new house, we have a room we don't really have plans for. And I'm thinking the only thing in that room, we could hang the giant portrait of Ozzy and then just like a little bench, like a museum.
Oh, that's a great
People
idea.
can go and
And then when you
like that.
let people go in there, close the door behind them and don't say anything. Give them a moment in there.
yeah, just like let me
And let
know.
them
as long-
decide.
hey, as long as you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My aunt had she has passed now, but she above her fireplace had a massive oil painting. Every year she got a new oil painting of her and her two dogs.
Yeah.
She was married, and there was never her and her husband. It was always her and her two dogs. And I remember
And not
thinking,
both of them and the two dogs.
no, just her. And I remember
Yeah.
thinking, what an interesting flex.
Yeah.
Every year a new oil painting with the dogs, but the husband never made the picture.
So it was like one of those picture frames that changes pictures every now and then, but it was just a brand new oil painting.
Yes, and I thought that was so funny. I was like, she had to go there and pose with the dogs. They got the painting. She swapped it out. And she said, Sherlock and Holmes were the dogs' names. Cute.
Sherlock and Holmes.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yep.
Wow.
And I just think that could be you. And next year, just have Anna pose with the dog.
Bigger and bigger
Just
paintings.
get bigger and bigger every year. And
Did she get murdered by a random assailant? The dogs figured it out.
Yeah, they did. And it's crazy. It was
Yeah.
the assailant, Crohn's.
Moriarty.
No.
Because that.
Say Bones?
Nope. Said something else.
It was
Did you
one
hear
of
what I
those-
said?
I did.
All right.
It was one of those things last night where at first she like really liked it, and then she realized, I don't think this is gonna go. I don't think we have any use for this, no matter how good it is. And then it was kind of like sad because I failed, and then it was hilarious.
Yeah, for sure.
Aw.
Yeah.
You say that she really liked it for a while. There is a video on her
She liked it for
Instagram
4
story
seconds.
right now, and she goes, "Whoa!" And she looks up. And she goes,
she's doing that excited opening a
sets
gift
in, like,
thing,
what?
and then you can see in her face the realization of like, why would you think this is the version of this that I would want?
That's true
And
love.
I was so excited. It's so good. It's just impractical.
"Yeah, I get that."
Yeah,
That's true love, I think.
$500.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's funny.
Ooh.
Like, can we put it in here?
So that's what I was getting to, actually.
Yeah.
If we don't have enough rich man sports stuff to cover the walls, we could have a very like Mao-esque portrait of my dog
I like that. We could have a little corner and
to put on the wall.
yeah, shrine
It's the type of painting you would
Prayer
only
pads.
get if your dog had died
for sure.
and you wanted to remember him. So I'll put it on my story. I'll put it on my Instagram if anybody wants to follow me.
Yeah, this comes out next week.
Yeah, I'll keep it up there.
The whole time, every day.
Yeah.
Extend that story.
Yeah. What else?
Probably about done.
Yeah,
I think we
feels
touched on
like
all of
enough.
it.
Yeah, I know you said you yourself on the plane.
No, I had like flu-like symptoms. It was one of those
Because-
things where I had a gig in San Diego, which is such a long flight, and then the night before, I'm like, tomorrow I'm gonna have the flu.
You knew.
Yeah,
You know, I don't know if it's the flu, but you're like, you
the
know,
coughing,
the
the
night,
air. You're like, yeah.
the night you
something's
go
up.
to sleep, and you're like, I'm not sick right now, but tomorrow I'm gonna be sick, and there's
Yeah.
nothing I can do about it.
You look around at your audience on the plane, you go, for sure.
Well, here's the
Sometimes I'll
thing.
look around and I'll know.
diseased.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get it.
Well, I was like, I have to go. I can't cancel on this gig. It pays a lot of money, and it's in San Diego, and it's just one night. I just got to fly there, do the show, fly right back. And I had a Comfort Plus seat on Delta, but it was middle.
Rich,
It was
man.
middle seat. And I
Not
was
worth
like,
it.
if I'm going to be sick, blow my nose for 4.5 hours on a flight in a middle seat, that is going to be horrific
Yeah.
time for me and the people next to me. But I looked at the upgrade list, and I was like, oh, right now I'm on track to get first class. And I got to the airport and still hadn't gone through. And I was like, my day is about to be so affected by if I get this upgrade or not. And right as I'm walking on the plane, you scan your boarding pass, that magical receipt comes
New
out.
seat.
Like, oh, yep, I will take seat 1C, please. And
Nice.
it was still sucked, but it was way better.
That's great.
I can't wait for that to happen to me someday.
And then some person that probably paid full price for first class had to sit next to me, blown my
You got to take out the billionaires, eat the rich, sneeze the rich.
Nice.
They brought me some really good soup. While
Aw.
everybody in the back just ate crackers for 4.5 hours.
And coughed on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kidding about eat the rich. I want to be invited to country clubs.
Yeah. Eat the rich man.
Yeah.
Oh, eat the rich man.
And the show went good. Really proud of myself doing 45-minute set, fully
That's
sick.
a long time.
Yeah.
Were you sniffling?
Here's the thing. When you get on stage, it all goes away.
Yeah.
Your adrenaline kicks in. You're not sick.
Yeah.
And then you
When
get
you
off
gotta be
stage,
funny,
right back to being sick.
you're not sick.
But I do kind of like, I think I'm always going to tell people that I'm sick because I like the amount of space that I got at the
that's
show.
nice.
I like that I had kind of my own. I was like, hey, let me know when I'm going on. I'll come down. The hotel, it was at a little resort. And so we were in the conference, or not the conference room, the ballroom. And so it was perfect because I could just go up to my room, come right down, do my set, go right back up to my room.
That's great. That also gives an excuse for your just kind of damp demeanor.
Yeah, I was like, normally I'm bouncing around,
For
doing
sure.
physical, improvisational comedy. You know, I'm rolling around on the ground,
Doing voices, doing Australian voices,
doing like
Loving
Yeah.
Bieber.
like for guns and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
I
like
didn't know what you're doing.
You're like when a
Yeah.
professional athlete like breaks their thumb and they're like, I'm gonna stay in the game.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Yeah.
they're
You're
like,
like, I
thank
gotta
you so much for being here.
That classic Matthew Stafford dislocated his shoulder, mic'd up moment.
Yeah.
And he's like, one play, I can do it. And he throws a touchdown and they win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
was me.
you. That's
Yeah.
you of stand up.
It was me, but just with a runny nose.
5 more jokes, I can do it.
Yeah. But then Anna and I went to Boston for the weekend because I had shows there, and that's a great town.
That's so fun.
Really like Boston.
Nice.
Not as many
Boston.
accents as I was hoping for. I really want to meet some Boston accent kids.
You're probably in like the nice area. And I think that's more like the rednecks.
You weren't in South.
Southie. Yeah.
Well, so I was
Yeah,
talking that
Southie boy.
we stayed in like proper Boston, but then my show was like 30 minutes outside, and I was asking people at the show that none of them had accents, and they're like, no, all the people with the accents are in the city.
What did you ask
And
them?
I was
You were
like, that's the opposite of Atlanta.
Oh.
In Atlanta, nobody has an accent, and you go 30 minutes outside, everybody's talking like this and has land.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But in Boston, the accent is in the city, and then the further you go outside, the more normal they talk.
Well,
What's up with that?
What did you go
Interesting.
around asking? We were like, hey, where's Ben Affleck, Matt Damon?
Yeah.
Where are those guys?
Where did they shoot the town?
Where'd they shoot the
Where's
town?
the people that
Potted.
say, get in the car?
Yeah. Where's Goodwill Hunting?
Yeah.
Is that the one they did together?
Firefighters.
That's the first
I
one
like
they
them
did.
apples.
I like them apples. I hope that's how you ask people. You're like, I really just want to see.
We did go, we went to Harvard.
Whoa, that's in Boston?
It's pretty intimidating walking around Harvard, just being like, man, all these kids are so much smarter than me.
Yeah.
Are they though? I hear it's a bunch of legacy babies there.
Probably smart.
I threw
leggy
out some
babies.
math equations.
Smart-ish.
I'd be walking past
I
people.
mean, he went to Auburn.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh,
the Harvard of the South.
everyone
As-
just talks about like if you're a Harvard, a lot of the Harvard people now and grads, like you have a really high percentage. So if you have a legacy parent, like 30% of their incoming body is parents who are legacies. So you could kind of just be a little bit smart and get into Harvard. So honestly, Harvard not even that smart actually.
They're not better than
so
us.
sorry about that. You don't get my respect anymore.
I think they're doing pretty good.
I'll believe it when I say it. I'm going to walk around Boston and just quiz Harvard. Greg.
Where'd you go? You went to like Minnesota Tech State trade school? What'd you go to?
University of Wisconsin Medicine.
That's it, okay.
As a badger.
It was cool. The pastor of the church I was doing the show at was like, if you're a pastor and you live within a certain amount of miles of Harvard, you can take classes for super cheap. It's like an old law. Because Harvard used to be like not a seminary, but like a ministry college. It started that way. And so they still have a rule that pastors in the area can go take classes for super cheap. So he went and took some like law classes. And he
He's
was
the
like,
smartest
and he
man of
was
God
like,
on
yeah,
earth."
our lecturers were like Elizabeth Warren,
Whoa.
like all these like super, famous, smart,
Yeah.
politicians and lawyers and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, that's probably pretty good education when you get,
Again, proving my point though that I guess Harvard's just letting anyone in.
yeah.
Just live nearby and you get to take the classes for cheap. I don't think it's got all the hype that it deserves. You know what I'm saying?
You're really asking for it here.
And
I don't
she's
know
a-
who's going to get mad at you.
and
but
she's a
it's really
minority.
Come for me, Harvard.
powerful.
Come for me. What are
And
you going
Elizabeth
to
Warren,
challenge me to do a
famous
math
minority.
off?
So
I'm scared.
that's probably how she got in.
No, not making those jokes.
She probably got it.
Let's
I
go
want to do the
home.
voice so bad.
Let's go home. And if you went to Harvard, show me in the comments. Prove it.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Say pi to the 20th number.
Cash Hannah outside. If you even know how to read a map, you dumb idiots.
Yeah, I'm not even scared. Widowy, not even scared, Harvard. So
I dare you to accept us. You think you're a good educator? Teach us. We're your greatest challenge
nice.
Quick summary
of
for wellness. Andre is the code, 30% off, Richmond
Yeah.
Sport. Go check out some art.
we have a Roback
Hannah,
code.
Hannah loves us.
Big time.
We have a Roback link. If you go to the link in our bio, you got to click the link and go that route.
And they get a discount.
Yeah, they get a big old fat discount. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can wear this hoodie that I'm wearing.
Yep, waste management. Go and die if you want.
Aaron thinks his is like peanut butter. So that was also part of the pod.
That was a metaphor.
And his butt is like carpet.
They don't
Yeah.
talk about metaphors at the University of Wisconsin. They don't get that high up in the English language.
We don't.
And if you're in Harvard, you got beef.
If you're at Harvard, earn my respect.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye.